Happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome into the Morning Edge. Got my man Ricky Bobby Betts with us today for episode 97, getting close to that century mark here on the year. First things first, guys, you know the drill. The PS5 giveaway. Make sure we are entering this. It is so simple to do. Just like this video, comment. Most importantly, subscribe to the Odd Checker US YouTube channel, and you are in. Quick, easy, efficient. Everyone gets involved. This ends August 31st. If you have entered, continue to enter by liking and commenting. Get yourself more entries. Make sure to give us a good comment, right? We don't want to just like comment or PS5. We want something nice. Tell JT how nice his pink hat is. I don't know. Tell me how much you like my hat. I love JT's hat. So let's show some love on the show today. We appreciate everyone. I'm going to kick us off here on the diamond, guys. I'm going to go with Joe Musgrove over 17 and a half outs. If you do some math, this means he just has to go 6 innings. This is minus 145. Real quick side note, though, I see this at 18 and a half some places like DraftKings at plus money. I would take that also. That just means he has to get the extra out. I know sometimes the pitchers will get pulled after they complete 6 innings, but I think Musgrove's going to dominate this Giants lineup tonight. The Padres are a little bit tough to trust right now because they have not scored a run in, I think, 200 innings. But when they are on offensively, I think they'll win this game, but I'm going to trust that Musgrove can shut down the Giants. The Giants scored 1 run last night. They just had that 1 inning where they got to Blake Snell. I think they only had 1 hit, though, in that inning. Really weird game last night. But we know the San Francisco offense has been on a decline all season long from what they were last year, what they were at the beginning of the season. Musgrove has not been great in his last few starts, so I think this could be a great bounce-back start here. This is a big game for San Diego because all of a sudden you look up, and they're fighting now for a wild card spot. They got Soto and people like myself included kind of, put them in the playoffs with ease. Now you got to take a step back and look at where they're at. This is a big game for them tonight to snap that 5-game losing streak at home. You have your ace on the mound. This should be a great spot for Musgrove to go over. And then I had to get a little football involved because we are so close to the football season. And I saw this bet today, and I was talking about it with my buddies. Seahawks worst record plus 800, okay? This team stinks. Drew Lock is their quarterback or Geno Smith. I don't know who they're going to put a quarterback. Probably Drew Lock, it looks like. They have one of the worst offensive lines in football. They don't really have a great defense. I don't think it matters how good they play on defense, though, because I don't know if they're going to score 14 points a game. This is one of the worst offenses in football. I understand they still have DK Metcalf, but it doesn't matter when Drew Lock is throwing to him. You look at those Broncos receivers, Sutton, Judy, like they have some really good wideouts. Watch what they do this year with Russell Wilson and what they did last year with Drew Lock. So Lock's going to have an awful year. I love the value on this. It's plus 800. I put a unit on it, so $100 for me. I would go, somewhat small, don't go crazy, especially futures. Some people don't love to tie up their money, but it's going to come back to us. This is going to hit plus 800. And they also play, in my opinion, the best division in football. You got the Rams in there, you got the Niners, and even the Cardinals. They're not, the best team in the league, but they should at least be able to get one from the Seahawks. I like this play a lot. JT, what are you looking at?
Yeah, I just want to tap in with that real quick. I love the play, too. Drew Lock was a baller in college. Guy can throw the ball, but when you get to the NFL, what he's done, he seems like just one of those guys that he loses you a football game or two.
Yeah.
And I think, he's going to – I love that play. I'm going to have to sprinkle on that later. But, yeah, I got 2 totals today, guys. We have a loaded board. One of my favorites we've had, last couple weeks. But, I see 2 totals on relatively low prices, so we're just going to go with those, and then I'll have some money line stuff and action on some articles later. But first one I want to go with is Toronto-Baltimore. Ride the wave from the article last night. It's pretty simple. We'll be going for the 5th straight game in which Baltimore and Toronto cashed the over. They did it in the previous 3 leading into last night's game. They did it again last night. So you have Kyle Bradish on the mound for Baltimore, who Toronto didn't lead the charge last night. They dropped the game to Baltimore, so that offense should be a little hungrier, and Bradish is a guy that I expect them to be able to do some work against. And then Alek Manoah, obviously 12-5, balling out, one of the top arms for that Toronto team, but Baltimore's playing good baseball. I don't know how else to put. I mean, they're 6 games above 500. They're 3 games back from being in that 2 spot in the division. They're good, and they're hungry. They're hitting at Camden Yards 5 bombs last night. I don't care that it's Manoah on the mound. I love, looking for both these teams to put up runs for the 5th straight. And then, tallying back over to Texas, Houston. So Martin Perez is on the mound for Texas, and he's been a stud for them this season, but it's kind of storylines throughout this MLB season. You have teams you like to back, you have guys you like to back. Houston has been a team I love to back all season long, and it doesn't matter who they face. Perez is throwing the ball well. I don't think he gets mauled, but he should put up some runs. That's why we're getting the total at a low number, like 7.5. Some people look at those lines and they think, oh, it's going to be a pitching duel. Well, obviously, that's the reason why the line's set there, but you got to look at what these teams can do, what they're capable of. And at 7.5, you get some runs across early. It's really easy for a total like this to hit between two very potent teams. I love Texas's lineup too. So you give me that along with the fact that Eurydice, he's not doing bad, but he hasn't been stellar this season. 7.5. Give me 8 runs. 5-3. That's all I want.
Love that. I love that play.
Yeah, that's all I got today, guys.
All
Matt,
right.
you got anything else?
That's it. I think we're gonna get a little sweep today. Me and John got a little sweep yesterday. Me and you are gonna get a little sweep today. We're gonna
Throw it in a parlay.
Yeah, get a little bit of mojo here. We got our lucky hats on today, so we're ready to go.
We're going back on Thursday when we sweep.
If we do, yes. I need to see more of these.
All right, guys, that's all for now. As always, I'm JT. That is Matt over on my left, and let's make some money today. We'll see you guys on Thursday.